Hang on, guys, I'll be there in just a minute. Let me tell the good folks out here what we were just talking about. Morning, folks. I'm Scott Abernathy, owner of Reliant Property Management, servicing the greater Middle Tennessee area, including Rutherford and Davidson County, Murfreesboro, Smyrna, Vergne, and Nashville. I believe that every landlord needs a professional CEO to run their landlording business, and I am that CEO. My friends and I are getting ready to head out for a run after a real estate investors meeting that we just had here at my office, where the topic of conversation today was on investing in areas outside of your backyard, outside of an area where you have expertise in, and the traps that you could fall into there. One of our friends, Ron, had some great ideas for us that I thought I would share with you. Ron mentioned first, just like with any other real estate investment, look at the numbers. Make sure the numbers work. Make sure the return on investment, the cap rate, internal rate of return, whatever statistic is important to you, works. If it does, it might be something you want to look at, whether it's appreciation, cash on cash, whatever it is. One caveat to this, though, is I caution you, if you see something that looks too good to be true, it's a good chance it is. We'll talk about that at the end. Number two, analyze the sustainability of the market. What I mean by that is, does it have resources and jobs for people to continue to live, thrive, and grow there? We've seen many parts of the country where they've been reliant on one industry. When this industry goes away, the area becomes a ghost town and the real estate becomes worthless. So you want to caution yourself to not get into those one-horse towns or areas that are dependent on one industry. Furthermore, in analyzing the sustainability of the market, look at the population growth or shrinkage. If the population is shrinking, unless you know something we don't, it may not be the best place for you to invest in. On the other hand, if it's growing, analyze what kind of growth it is. Are we talking about millennials? The reason I bring millennials up is millennials is the largest generation we have ever seen, even larger than the baby boomers. These are our future renters. Is the population growth millennials, and is the area attractive to millennials? Does it have what millennials like? These kind of things can make a big difference in whether you want to invest in that market. Third is look at the taxation and regulation of the community. We'll start with taxes. Guys, I've seen areas in the country that real estate taxes, the monthly payment on real estate taxes, are more than the mortgage payment for people's houses. These are tough areas to be able to cash flow a property in. There are other taxes you got to look out for also. There may be a rent tax to help sustain their school system, whatever the case may be. And taxes, just like regulation, are county to county, city to city, municipality to municipality. They are specific to their areas, not just state to state. Next, we want to look at the regulations in the area. You can start with the Landlord and Tenant Act. You know, if their Landlord and Tenant Act is too burdensome for a landlord, it may or may not be profitable for the landlord to invest in properties there. Or it may have other regulations you have to deal with, like registering your rental property or whatever the case may be. Figure out what it is. Other regulations could be financial regulations. Maybe it's more difficult in that state to finance property than other states. It may be cost prohibitive to do so. You put all those things up together, the taxes and the regulation, and you just analyze what it's going to cost you, it may wind up cost prohibitive. Well, those are three things to really look out for whenever you're looking to invest in an area that's not your backyard, not your area of expertise. To do the numbers work. What's the sustainability like? And what are the regulation and taxes in the area? Finally, from my running friends and I've got another suggestion for you. I mentioned to you before, if it looks too good to be true, it may very well be. There is nothing better or more powerful than local knowledge in a community. Partner yourself with somebody within that community, such as a good realtor partner or a good property manager, who will give you honest feedback about this property that you're looking at purchasing. You know, I'm sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Investor, this property really is in a rough area and you're going to have a lot of maintenance costs going forward, or it's in not good shape, it's got a lot of deferred maintenance. Have some honest conversations with these people and make sure they're honest with you. But if you get the opportunity, one of the best things you can do before you pull the trigger on that investment is go out to that community, lace up your shoes, and go into the neighborhood. My friends and I are getting ready to run a neighborhood right now to determine whether it's a community we want to invest in. I learned this lesson many years ago on a trip to San Francisco, where I knew nobody and knew nothing about the area. So I laced up my shoes and I went out for a run. It was just going to be a 4 or 5 mile run. I wound up doing 9, and I learned so much about the area, which turned out to be incredible, that it really sold me on the idea of actually getting out into the communities that you're going to invest in before you do so. Well, there's your tips for today. Hang on, I'm almost done. I'll be there in a minute. Well, they're wanting me to take off with them, so if you need me to help you, you can reach out to us right here at our website or give us a call. I look forward to servicing your real estate needs.